Hey guys, it's me. I came across a souvenir from one of the recent trips I went to. I went to Edinburgh, Scotland, and first time I came across these cookies. Product of Scotland, Walker's, established 1898. Pure butter shortbread. Looks good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's buttery. Oh man. So I guess this helps segue a bit into my trip to Scotland. I'm gonna start from the start. Flew into Edinburgh Airport, went straight through security, completely forgot that we're still in the UK, so when we went through I was a bit surprised. Awesome train service. It basically, from the airport to get to the town centre, I think it was only about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Walked to our hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It was a cheap hotel and it was close to the city centre. I remember we walked straight to the city centre on the first night because hungry, you know. First night, you might as well see the city. So we went to walk, and of course, first meal, KFC. And the funny thing is, we're still in the UK, and how I feel about the chicken here in London, it's not good. It's just not on par with Australia. And I used to think it may have been the produce, right? Maybe the chicken, maybe the poultry, maybe the chickens here aren't getting enough sun, like there's too much cloud. So maybe that's why. But no, the other day I went to Jollibee with some friends.
Jollibee chicken.
And that chicken was impeccable. It was so good. So I'm thinking, like, what is KFC London, specifically London, doing wrong? Venturing out again, but back to Edinburgh. The chicken in Edinburgh, the KFC chicken in particular, was on point. I was like, okay, they got their chicken on lock. Tick. I'm ready to go home. Weirdly enough, being a Friday, I thought it would be a bit more happening, but I don't think it's really a party city. But then again, I don't go out looking for the parties. So it was pretty dead. I figured call it a night, and we went back to the apartment. When we got up, we figured let's just go get some food. Got to this place called Greg's, and I realized Greg's is a big chain. They have them in London, and I never noticed it before.
Hey, there's a Greg's.
Oh, you love Greg's.
Remember Greg's? Because we had that at
Now I see them everywhere I go when I'm out and about in the city. But first time I had it was in Edinburgh, and once again on point. Like I got a bacon and egg. It was on point. So food in the north better. Tick. Blazin approval. That's good. I might use that. After that, with our tummies filled, we went straight to Edinburgh Castle because I figured that's the main thing here. I'm all about do the main thing when I'm in the city. That's like the first thing. Tick it off, and then once you've done the main thing, I feel like everything else is fine. It's a bonus. I'm not trying to pack in everything. So we got to the castle, and that's where we got the shortbread. But in general, I learned a lot about Scotland that I didn't know, and I am so ignorant. And I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to sound like an idiot if I'm going to get the facts wrong. But one thing that I learned that I just realized now, the British flag, the British flag, the one on the Aussie flag as well, I didn't realize it was a combination of the English flag and the Scottish flag. See that? The blue with the cross? And then you put the English flag, which is a red cross and a white background. That's how you get it. I was like, what the fuck? That was in the documentary, and that was the biggest takeaway. After that, me and Nadine looked at each other and were like, "Did you know that?" I said, "No." I was like, "Holy shit!" At least I learned something. Anyways, went through the castle. It was fun. It was just, castle's a castle, but it was fun. I don't have much more to say about it. Anyway, we got that out of the way. And I figured because sundown was pretty quick and we wanted to do a few hikes. And there was a really short, easy hike that's within the city called Arthur's Seat. Was it Arthur's Seat? Oh shit, it's not Arthur's Seat. Oh, I should have wrote some notes down. It's not Arthur's Seat, but I'm going to show it. There, see this? This is the view of the city from where we are. I can't remember the name of this particular hike and place. But this was a lot of fun because there was just, there's these pillars, there were these, that big bell tower thing. That's what I remember when I researched Edinburgh. I just kept seeing that tower thing. And I was like, I had to go there. Like, I'm visual. I'm a visual person. I don't really read, which is probably not a good thing. I think that day we were trying to be a bit ambitious and thinking of doing a second hike, all in one day, so we just get it all out of the way. But due to it being winter, I think the sundown is a bit earlier in the north as well. It was time to go home. So called it a night, went back to the hotel, and there was a lot of shenanigans because our eating schedule is kind of messed up. And I feel like everywhere we travel to, everything just closes. Deliveroo.
Where's your wallet? I didn't even check it.
Wait, when we went out, I gave you the...
At Starbucks?
Yeah, but I didn't leave it there. What's here? Imagine it closes.
No, that will always be a secret between me and him.
Oh, it closed!
Fuck. So yeah, basically that's what happened. It was a bit of a fail. We had to have fast food again. Big bag of McDonald's. Anyway, I went to bed and it was the last day of the trip. So we'd had to check out and pretty much dedicated the whole day to do this one hike, which is called Arthur's Seat. And just to be completely real with you, I was sleep deprived because I think I had to do a podcast in the morning with the boys, and because we already had a really late night, I was on like 4 or 5 hours. I was just rank. Is that a term? Is that a UK term? I've heard British people. Oh, rank. It was rank. So it was rank. I felt like crap, and we didn't really have a fight, but we had tension. There was a lot of tension between us at that last day. It was, look, I'll own it. It was my fault. It was my fault. I brought the negative energy because I didn't sleep. As soon as I woke up, I'm like, I gotta get back. I gotta get my negative energy filtered out and bring the positive back in. So went back to Greg's, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have some food, get a coffee. I think this will lift my spirits. It didn't lift my spirits. I was still being and this goes back to my anxiety. Once I'm triggered, I can't get out of it. It's no excuse, but like, I'm owning it at least. Anyways, after that, we're like, you know what? I think a bit of nature, a bit of like open mountains and shit, I think that might change the mood. So we ventured out to Arthur's Seat, started venturing towards the hills where you can sort of see like, okay, there's people up there. I think this is the trail where the hike is. Walking. I'm thinking, my spirits are lifting a little bit. I'm like, okay, I think I'm getting better. My girlfriend's never been on a hike before. This was her first hike, and I'm the one that's been geeing her up, like, you gotta do it, hiking's the shit. She got Timberland boots for the occasion. Like, I kind of encouraged her to get, yeah, you need hiking boots. We're climbing up, and I'm here being like full negative as well, and just like climbing this mountain, and she's struggling behind. Like, I'm like, I feel bad, but I'm so negative. So I'm being helpful, like, okay, just follow me, follow these steps. Yep. And we end up at the top, and I'm thinking like, you know what? When I see the view of the city, I think this might change everything. It didn't. And that's when I knew I had doomed myself in this trip. I was like, I can't get out. So sadly enough, the rest of the trip, I was just, oh man, I feel like crap. I think my girlfriend was worried that I was going to jump off the cliff at one stage. And I wasn't being a dick. I was walking ahead. When I'm like just in my vortex, in my zone of just negative energy, I kind of walk ahead and just want to be alone. But I was half being helpful, half being distant. So I was walking like 10 meters, but then I'd see her like struggling, and she looks like she's about to fall off the cliff. And I'd like, oh yeah, just come up here, go up here. Okay, let's keep going. But it's funny now that I look back at it. I don't look at that trip as tainted. It was a fun trip. I've never hiked borderline depressed and suicidal before, so I can tick that off my list of things I've done. And I'm gonna elaborate this more on other videos when I did actually go solo. But I think it's important to sort of just tell it how it is. You know, if you go on a trip, like, it's not all wanderlust. You know what I mean? It's not all rainbows. And while it sort of kind of ended on a bad note, like, I'm not even kidding you, all the way to the airport. We had dinner, like a nice dinner, rooftop in some Thai restaurant. The views didn't change this, but getting on the plane, finally getting on the bus, and then back home. As soon as I got home, I just fell asleep, and then next morning I was like, oh, sorry, kind of thing. We laugh about it now because it's kind of funny. What can you do? It's what it is, right? And we're all human, trying to better ourselves. Yep, come in. I was gonna say if you wanted to be in this vlog, but I just finished it.
Wow, thanks.
You can be in the next one. I told the story already, the whole story.
I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
No,
I'll be
they're
in the vlog.
not ready for you yet. It's cool.
Okay.
Yep. As you can see, doing a bit of house cleaning because this is actually going to be our only weekend in London, and it's a very rare moment. I love being in London. It's become my home. Safe to say, every time we travel, I'm actually happy to be home. So hopefully you've enjoyed or gotten something out of this, sort of been a bit more familiar with my surroundings, because I'm just trying to show you like my life as raw and real as possible. This is what it is. I live here and I travel, and a lot of people do that, and it's kind of like the element of showing just the raw side. I'm not trying to show you the best parts of like epic scenery or whatnot. I want to show you what life is like being a creative expat. So I appreciate any feedback, and thanks for watching if you genuinely like what I'm putting out. And I'm gonna just keep going, keep working. All right, peace. See you guys.